Hello everyone. So today we will understand the basic philosophy of reactive programming, which is different from our so-called imperative programming paradigm. Uh, in case of imperative programming paradigm, we have seen that imperativeness is much there in the presence of imperativeness is much there in the programming. That means we individually call functions, and functions perform some operation on some variables, and we can change the state of a variable, and then when the function call ends, the change state we get, whatever the change state we get, we return it to the or we can store it into a variable. So everything what we get in terms of this type of imperativeness. But in case of reactive programming, the concept deals with something which is called stream. So what is stream? Suppose we are having some data along time axis, and that gets added every time by 1 per second. So see, 0 1 2 3 4, every second we get one value gets added, and we get a new value over time axis. So this is a stream. Suppose you are rolling your mouse and you are getting every time a new coordinates. So x and y values, you are getting a new values, and that is happening over time. So that means along time axis we are having some values. So this is another stream. So if we can represent it, this is called marble diagram. See, this is our time axis, and every time we are getting some value. So this is the value gets emitted along the time axis, the value gets emitted. So these are the streams. Now in case of earlier practice of imperative programming, suppose we have a function called add, and that function is taking two parameters a and b, and it does some operation and returns it, and the operation is addition, suppose. So when we call the function with two values 1 and 2, we get a new state, and that is of c, new state of c, that is 3. And then again we get, suppose want to call 1 or 4, we get a new state called 5. So in this way the paradigm works over here. But suppose we want to go with a reactive approach, then what is going to be our call, or what is going to be our ticket, what is going to we have to do. So the thing is, in case of reactive programming, we have to understand that streams are getting plumbed, streams are getting stitched, and they are associated with an operation, and that's it. Whenever we will push a data, that whole thing will get fired, will get triggered, and a new value will come into the stream. For example, here if we want to make it along at par as reactiveness, or we want to give reactiveness over here, we can assume that, see, we are having two values along the time axis for a. If we consider a as a stream, one is 1, another one is 1. We are having two values of b, right? One is 2, another one is 4. So b is emitting two values along time axis. So we can consider b as a sequence, sequence of values along time axis, that means stream. A is also sequence of values along time axis, that means stream. And we can also assume c as a sequence of value along time axis, that means we can assume c also a stream. So what do you need to do? We have to stitch these three streams, understand it. We have to stitch these three streams with an operation called add, and that's it. Whenever the data will be pushed in first stream and second stream, with the operation operation will be triggered, and a new value will come in the first stream. And whenever a new data will be pushed, then again a new value will come in this stream. Understand? So if we want to replace it, I'm showing you the picture. So that is A is one stream, B is another stream. So first, at the very beginning, when one data is being pushed into the stream B, that is 2, and this is being attached with an operation called add, and there is C is another stream. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, right? 1 plus 4 is equal to another value is pushed into B, and another value is coming to 5. So that means whenever the data is being pushed, we don't need to do anything. The whole setup will react accordingly, and that is the essence of reactive programming. That everything what we need to do, we have to associate streams, we have to associate operations, and that's it. Whenever data is pushed, the program will react accordingly. It's kind of a nature of push architecture, which we have discussed earlier. Thanks for visiting my channel.